All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to talk about something that drives pretty much all of us crazy, the absolutely insane cost of printer ink. We've all been there, right? You look at the price and just think, something is not right here.
And I love this analogy because it just hits the nail on the head. Your printer is always broke, but somehow it always needs new, expensive shoes. It's this constant, nagging expense for something that honestly should be super simple.
So, that's the big question, isn't it? Why is this little plastic box of ink so expensive? Well, the answer isn't just, oh, it's a high-tech liquid. No, it's much deeper than that. It's all part of a very deliberate and, you kind of have to admit, pretty clever business plan.
Okay, so let's really get into it. And to start, I want to put the price of ink into perspective for you, because this is where things start to get, well, a little bit wild.
See, to grasp just how much we're paying, you can't just look at that $20 or $30 price tag. You have to think about it by volume, gallon for gallon, and when you do that, you start to see the real picture. And the results are just staggering. Get this, gallon for gallon, printer ink costs more than some of the finest champagne in the world, and in some cases, it's even more expensive than human blood. Seriously, I'm not making that up. The markup is just out of this world.
So you have to ask, how in the world do they get away with this? And more importantly, how do they make sure we keep coming back for more, again and again? Well, it all starts with a very clever little trick.
The first piece of the puzzle is this tiny little piece of tech right on the ink cartridge itself. It's called a DRM chip. That stands for Digital Rights Management. Now, it sounds all official, like it's there to help, but it has a secret job.
And here's how it pulls off the trick. That chip, it doesn't actually know how much ink is in the cartridge. It just counts the pages you've printed. And once it hits a secret preset number, bam, it tells your printer, hey, I'm empty. This forces the printer to just stop working, even if there's a good chunk of ink still left in there.
And let's be super clear about this. This isn't some mistake or a bug in the system. Oh no, it is 100% a feature. The whole point is to make you throw away a perfectly good, partially full cartridge and rush out to buy another one way before you actually need it.
But that's just part one of the scam. That little chip is only half the story. The other, sneakier part of the plan actually happens right on your computer.
So what do? We try to be smart, right? You go online, you find a cheaper third-party ink cartridge, and you think, ha, I've beaten the system. Well, not so fast. The printer companies, they're already way ahead of you. Picture this. You pop in your brand new, cost-effective cartridge. It works perfectly. You're printing away, feeling pretty good about yourself. Then, a few days later, a little pop-up appears. Critical security update available. You think, oh, that sounds important, so you click Install. And the second it's done, your printer suddenly refuses to recognize the ink cartridge it was using just minutes before.
So what they call a security update is really a block the competition update. It's not about protecting you, it's about protecting their bottom line. The entire purpose is to sabotage cheaper options and force you, the customer, right back into buying their official overpriced ink. Okay, so let's put the two pieces together. You've got the chip on the cartridge that lies about being empty, and you've got these firmware updates that act like a digital lock. When you see them both in action, the whole business model becomes crystal clear.
It's the old razor and blades model, but totally supercharged for the digital age. Step 1, sell the printer for super cheap. Sometimes they even lose money on it, just to get that device into your house. Step 2, trap you. Use those tricky chips and software locks to make sure you can only buy their ridiculously expensive ink over and over again.
So that feeling you get, that flash of absolute rage when your printer screams, ink empty, and you know you just put a new one in? Just remember this, your frustration isn't a bug. It's not a flaw. It is the core feature of their business model. It's the whole plan working perfectly.
And really, this whole thing leaves us with a much bigger, much more important question that goes way beyond printers. When you buy something, shouldn't you, own it? In a world full of these digital locks and sneaky updates, what does ownership even mean anymore? It's definitely something to think about the next time your printer decides it's in charge.